Okay, so the composition of the blood is made of two main parts. The first one is plasma, and that makes up like about 55%. And then the second part is just like formed elements, and that makes up about 45%. And this includes red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Okay, so plasma is just a liquid portion that's mostly water. So it's made up of water. This is like about 90%. And then proteins, and that's about 7%. And some of the proteins are albumin, and that just keeps water in blood cells, blood vessels. And then we have globulins. These are antibodies plus transport proteins. And then we have fibrinogens. And then this helps with clotting. And then other things that it's made out of is solutes. And this is about 2 to 3%. And this is like electrolytes, glucose, hormones, and waste products. And then for the removal, red blood cells live about 120 days, and they're broken down in macrophages, the spleen, liver, and bone marrow. So this is what happens. So hemoglobin so these are inside red blood cells, and it gets split into two. We have globin, so it's broken down into amino acids, it's recycled. And then we have heme, broken into iron, and biliverdin. So the breakdown of heme is iron stored in the liver is sent to the bone marrow to make red blood cells. Biliverdin converted into bilirubin sent to the liver, put into the bowel, extruded in poop. It gives poop its brown color, and some bilirubin ends up in urine, which makes it yellow. And so we have homeostasis, Stop bleeding. So we have vasoconstriction, and that's just blood vessels constrict to reduce blood flow to the area triggered by injury chemicals from platelets. And then we have platelet plug. So platelets stick to collagen in the injury. They become activated and release chemicals like ADP attaches to more platelets, and platelets from a temporary plug. Coagulation is this creates a fibrin mesh to stabilize the clot. And then we have first we have pathway triggered by damage inside the vessels, starts when platelets contract, exposed to collagen, involves and then we have extrinsic. And it's triggered by external trauma, tissue release factor 3, and activates factor 12. And then we have a common pathway, so we'll do it over here. And this is both intrinsic and extrinsic meet a factor 10, and so from 10 to this converts. And thrombin converts fibrogen into fibrin, strong stable mesh to seal the vessel. Once the vessels heal, the clot needs to go away. So TPA activates which becomes plasma. Plasmin digest fibrin mesh, dissolving the clot. This keeps clots from blocking healthy vessels later. So it's super important to keep it all balanced.